Hello, welcome back to Programming with Python. Now, we're back in Turtle, and last time we used these magical little things called functions. As so, we have square, and then when we come down here and we write square, it draws us a square. We're going to stay doing functions, but we're going to be doing something better. You must be thinking, whoa, how do we get better than this? By doing something like this, and then putting in our square into here, we can get a square. But you may be noticing there's no defining our turtle, the speed, there's no done down here. That's because this is just the file to hold all of our functions. We aren't going to be drawing anything in this whole file. Now also you may be noticing import math. What is this? Well, import math is importing, math, which is a built-in module, just like Turtle, of Python, and it handles math, multiplication, division, numbers, that kind of thing. Now, you may be noticing all of these. What are these? T is, in this instance, for things like this. Turning and rotating the turtle, making it move forward, those sort of things. So T handles turtle. Now, size. This is something that we've never worked before, nor have we worked with something that puts a variable to a number, except for count, obviously. Count we've done before. I mean something like this that is changeable just within writing it when you want it. So when you decide that you want to use this square, you can set the size whatever you want. So you can make squares of all different sizes with one function. And rotate, as you can probably guess, is how many degrees it is rotated, which is why we have this. It turns left based on what you set rotate to, and then it sets count to 0, and then it goes through our basic loop, except this is where size comes in, is you go forward whatever value you set to size. Obviously we have it set to 100, but that doesn't mean that we can't change it. I'll get to that in a minute. Now, it turns left 90 degrees, and then it sets count equal to count plus 1. Or we can just do plus equals 1. It's a shortened way of the exact same thing. Count is adding 1 to itself, and then we rotate whatever value rotate is to the right. So where are we going to write these exactly? If we come over here, we have another file up here. And now you can see that I have written the basic stuff like bob equals turtle, bob.speed 0 for max speed, and then done down here. What's different about this is we need to make sure that it knows what the other file is so that it can take from the functions. I conveniently named mine functions. You can call yours whatever you want, but you want to come up here and at the top write from functions import with a star so that you get all of what's in that file, and then do your initializations, and then you can come down here and observe that we have square, and then the parentheses actually have things in them. So bob is translated as turtle right here, so all of the T's are read as bob by this file, and then 100, which is the size, we just set size equal to this one, for example, what we have in here, and then 0 because we don't want it to be rotated at all. And now if we run this, we get a square. How do you write a smaller square? Just write square bob 50 0. Run it again, we get big square and little square, and it's half the size of this one. Now you can make it even cooler by adding an angle. So see, this one is now drawn at a 70-degree angle. Okay, well, that's cool and all, but what does this really mean? What we are really doing here is creating variables that we can change at will whenever we want, and that's what this is. So size being set to 100, you can set it to literally whatever you want. It doesn't matter because you'll be setting it to something in here. Same with rotate. And the only reason why this even works is because we are setting this equal to the variable. So however you write the variable in here is how it comes out based on this code. So if you set rotate to 70 like we did, then it's going to turn left 70 degrees. Likewise for size. If you set size to 50, it's going to move 50 and then turn left and then move 50. We can take this and make whatever we want with it, really. Any shape. So let's do equilateral triangle, as this is a very easy one to program. So we're going to do size and rotate just like the square. And now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of write the same thing but as a triangle. So now that we have our equilateral triangle, we can come over here and have our equilateral triangle. So once we run this, we will get an equilateral triangle. I will link below a file that looks exactly like this, but minus all of this stuff done. And then I will also paste this one with all of these things done, these mathy things and figuring out how to actually write the shapes and all that jazz, so that you can try it for yourself, writing all of these. And then you can also have mine in case you would rather just hop right into the next video and keep chugging along. So with that said, keep up with this, keep doing this, play with this, write more shapes, combine your shapes, use all the tools that we've built up to have fun with this. And in the next video, we will be actually drawing a picture with this. And that will be the conclusion to Turtle. And then we will move into Pygame, in which you can make actual games, like the one that I'm working on right now, which is, I think, going to be pretty cool. Also, credits to my teacher for this document. This is the document that he provided to my class. I will also link his channel down below in case you want to learn from him as well, or instead. He has a full thing where he makes a ball game. Check him out. Have a good day. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.